Welcome to our journey through the heart and soul of America's roadside diners. In this video, we're diving into the nostalgic world of classic American diners, those charming establishments that have served as a backdrop for countless memories and stories. From the moment you step inside, the smell of freshly brewed coffee and sizzling bacon transports you to a simpler time, where the hustle and bustle of life slows down just a bit. We'll explore the rich history of these diners, tracing their roots back to the early 20th century when they first began popping up along highways and byways. You'll learn how they became a staple for weary travelers, offering not just a meal, but a sense of community and comfort. We'll also highlight some iconic diners that have stood the test of time, each with its unique charm and character. As we take this trip down memory lane, we'll share heartwarming stories from patrons who have made these diners a part of their lives. Whether it's a late-night slice of pie after a long drive or a Sunday morning breakfast with family, these experiences are woven into the fabric of American culture. Our goal is to evoke a sense of nostalgia and appreciation for these beloved establishments. We want you to feel the warmth of the diner atmosphere, hear the clinking of silverware, and imagine the laughter shared over a plate of pancakes. So grab a cup of coffee and settle in as we embark on this delightful exploration of roadside diners. Together, we'll uncover their cultural significance and celebrate the memories they've created for generations. Get ready to reminisce and perhaps even plan your next diner visit. The golden age of diners. To truly appreciate the charm of roadside diners, we must first explore their origins and the historical context that led to their rise in American culture. The concept of the diner began in the late 19th century, initially as small food carts serving late-night meals to factory workers. These humble beginnings quickly evolved into the classic diners we know today, with their distinctive stainless steel exteriors and neon signs that beckon travelers from afar. As the 1920s rolled in, diners began to flourish, particularly with the advent of the automobile and the expansion of highways. This era marked the birth of the diner culture, where families and friends would embark on road trips, stopping at these establishments for hearty meals and a break from the road. Diners became a symbol of Americana, offering a sense of comfort and familiarity to weary travelers. One of the most iconic diners that shaped this landscape is Mel's Drive-In, which became a cultural phenomenon in the 1950s. Featured in films and television shows, Mel's epitomized the classic diner experience with its retro decor, jukeboxes, and classic American fare. It represented not just a place to eat, but a gathering spot for friends and families, embodying the spirit of the era. Throughout the decades, diners have continued to play a vital role in local communities. They serve as meeting places where stories are shared, friendships are forged, and memories are made. Whether it's a small-town diner or a bustling city establishment, these venues have become integral to the American experience, offering a slice of nostalgia and a taste of home. As we delve deeper into the golden age of diners, we'll uncover more about their evolution and the lasting impact they've had on American culture, making them cherished landmarks in our collective memory. Unique charm of greasy spoons. When you think of diners, a wave of nostalgia often washes over you, and that's largely due to their unique charm. Classic diner aesthetics are instantly recognizable, featuring vibrant neon signs that flicker invitingly in the night and chrome finishes that gleam under the warm glow of retro lighting. The booths, often upholstered in bright vinyl, invite you to sink in and stay a while the long counters lined with stools create a sense of community where strangers can become friends over a shared meal. But it's not just the look of diners that makes them special. It's the comfort food offerings that truly capture the heart. Picture a juicy burger, perfectly grilled and topped with all your favorites, accompanied by a side of crispy fries. Or imagine sipping on a thick, creamy milkshake, the kind that brings back memories of childhood. And let's not forget about the pies, whether it's a slice of classic apple or a rich chocolate cream. These desserts are often the crowning glory of any diner meal. Each dish is crafted with care and designed to evoke feelings of warmth and satisfaction. The warmth of diners extends beyond the food. It's also found in the character of the staff. Many diners have waitresses and cooks who have been part of the establishment for years, forming bonds with regulars and newcomers alike. There's often a story behind every smile and every plate served. For instance, you might hear about the time a couple got engaged at the diner, or how a waitress remembers a customer's favorite order after years of service. These anecdotes add layers of personality to the diner experience, making each visit feel like coming home. In essence, the unique charm of Greasy Spoons lies in their ability to create a welcoming atmosphere filled with delicious food and heartfelt connections, making them cherished spots in the fabric of American culture. The menu evolution. There's something almost magical about flipping through a well-worn diner menu. Its pages filled with the kind of comfort food that feels like a warm embrace after a long journey. But these menus weren't always the sprawling, all-day breakfast havens we know today. The story of diner food is a journey through America itself, shaped by waves of immigration, economic shifts, and the ever-changing cravings of a nation on the move. In the early days, diners were little more than lunch wagons, serving quick, no-frills meals to factory workers and night owls. Think thick sandwiches, strong coffee, and slices of pie that could fuel a shift at the steel mill. But as highways stretched across the country and families took to the open road, diners evolved into something more. They became places where you could order a stack of pancakes at midnight or a turkey dinner at dawn, where the menu was as limitless as the American horizon. Regional flavors crept in, turning these humble eateries into culinary melting pots. Greek immigrants brought gyros and spanakopita to the griddle. Jewish deli influences gave us the Reuben sandwich, and Southern cooks introduced biscuits and gravy to diners far beyond the Mason-Dixon line. And then there were the dishes that became legends in their own right. The patty melt, crispy on the outside and oozing with cheese. The Monte Cristo, a glorious mess of ham, turkey, and powdered sugar. The meatloaf platter that tasted just like Mom's, even if Mom never set foot in a diner kitchen. These were the meals that defined generations. The kind of food that didn't just fill your stomach, but wrapped you in nostalgia. Even as fast food chains sprouted up on every corner, diners held on to their charm, refusing to let go of the slow-cooked, hand-flipped, home-style cooking that made them special. Today, some diners are even reinventing themselves, adding vegan pancakes or artisanal coffee to the mix. But no matter how much they adapt, the soul of the diner menu remains the same. It's a love letter to comfort, to tradition, and to the simple joy of a meal that feels like coming home. Diners and American pop culture. Diners aren't just places to eat. They're stages where the drama of American life unfolds. From the silver screen to the pages of novels, these neon-lit sanctuaries have been the backdrop for first dates, late-night confessions, and the kind of conversations that change lives. There's a reason filmmakers and writers keep coming back to them. Diners are where ordinary moments turn into something unforgettable. Think of the opening scene in Pulp Fiction, where Vincent Vega and Jules Winfield debate the ethics of a foot massage over coffee and toast. Or the dreamy red curtain booths of Twin Peaks Double R Diner, where Agent Cooper savored his damn fine cup of coffee and cherry pie. These weren't just sets. They were characters in their own right, places that felt alive with history and mystery. Even in music, diners have been immortalized, from Bruce Springsteen's Diner to Tom Waits' gravelly tales of all-night coffee drinkers.
Yeah, I'm a doctor. I mean, music and medicine, really. It's really been my thing, is combining the two and living in that place where they overlap. A lot of people say it shows up in the music. You know, I don't know.
Well, yeah, okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, okay, I can, the organization and the whole thing and
Yeah.
the humanity, I guess. The
Yeah.
humanity of the thing, sure.
They're the kind of places where you half expect to see a rock star scribbling lyrics on a napkin or a heartbroken poet nursing a milkshake at 3 a.m. But diners aren't just for the fictional. They've been real-life landmarks for generations of Americans. In the 1950s, they were the hangouts of rebellious teens, where leather-jacketed greasers and poodle-skirted girls shared milkshakes and dreams under the glow of a jukebox. In the 80s and 90s, they became the refuge of night shift workers, insomniac artists, and road trippers looking for a slice of pie and a sympathetic ear. And today, they're still here, still serving as the setting for first dates, family reunions, and late-night heart-to-hearts. Maybe that's why diners feel so timeless. They're not just restaurants, they're living scrapbooks of American life, where every cracked vinyl booth and coffee-stained menu tells a story. Whether on screen or in real life, they remind us that the best moments often happen over a plate of fries and a cup of coffee, in a place where time slows down just enough to let the magic in. Iconic diner dishes. There's a certain magic in the way diner food sticks to your ribs and your memories. These aren't just meals, they're edible time capsules, each bite carrying the weight of decades of tradition. Take the patty melt, for instance, a humble sandwich that somehow transcends its parts. The way the griddle presses the rye bread into the melted Swiss, the onions caramelizing into sweet strands beneath the beef. The whole thing crisped to perfection. It's diner alchemy. And then there's the meatloaf, a dish that shouldn't work as well as it does outside of a home kitchen. Yet somehow, diners serve it with a crust so satisfying, so deeply browned, that it feels like a revelation. Maybe it's the flat-top grill, seasoned by generations of short-order cooks. Or maybe it's the fact that diner meatloaf always comes with a side of mashed potatoes and gravy, the kind that pools just right on the plate. But the real test of a great diner, the pancakes, not the fussy, artisanal stacks you find in brunch spots. These are the kind that arrive slightly too big for the plate, edges crispy from the buttered griddle, and insides fluffy enough to dissolve on your tongue. Pour syrup over them, and it seeps into every crevice, turning each bite into a sticky, golden mess. And let's not forget the pies. Diners are the last bastion of honest-to-goodness, slice as big as your face pie. The kind with crusts that shatter when you press your fork in, revealing fillings that aren't overly sweet. Just right. Coconut cream, cherry, bourbon pecan. Each one feels like it was made by someone's grandmother, because half the time it was. The diner soundtrack. Walk into the right diner and the music hits you before the smell of bacon does. Maybe it's Elvis crooning from a jukebox in the corner, or Springsteen's growl bleeding out of the kitchen radio. Whatever it is, it's always just a little too loud, just a little too perfect. Diners and music go together like coffee and cream, each one feeding off the other's energy. There's something about the clatter of dishes and the hiss of the grill that makes old rock and roll sound even better, like the songs were meant to be heard over the scrape of a spatula and the murmur of a late-night crowd. Jukeboxes used to be the heartbeat of these places. You'd slide in a quarter, punch in B12, and suddenly the whole place was swaying to Earth Angel or Great Balls of Fire. Even now, in diners that still have them, there's a ritual to it. Flipping through the selections, arguing with your friends over what to play next, the way the first notes of a favorite song could turn strangers into instant allies. And then there are the diners where the music isn't just background noise, it's part of the story. The kind of place where the cook's got a blues station on permanent dial, or where the waitress hums along to Patsy Cline while refilling your cup. It's not just nostalgia, it's a living, breathing thing, the soundtrack of a place where time moves slower and the good songs never really end. Late night legends. There's a particular kind of camaraderie that only exists in diners after midnight. The air is thick with coffee steam and the faint hum of the fryer, the booths filled with people who, for one reason or another, aren't ready to call it a night. Truckers hunched over plates of eggs and hash browns, their rigs parked outside like sleeping giants. College kids still buzzing from some basement show or dorm room party, laughing too loud over milkshakes and onion rings. Night shift workers, nurses, cops, bartenders, unwinding with a burger and a cigarette out back, if they're lucky enough to still have a smoking section. The diner doesn't judge, it just feeds you, no matter the hour or your state of mind. Some of the best stories start in these after-dark booths, the kind where a stranger slides into the seat across from you because the place is packed, and by the time the coffee's gone cold, you've swapped life stories. Or the time some indie band, road-weary and half-broke, scribbled lyrics on a napkin that later became a hit song. Diners at night have a way of bending time. Conversations stretch, the coffee pot never empties, and before you know it, the sun's coming up, turning the neon sign outside into a faint glow. It's no wonder so many movies, Pulp Fiction, Diner, Five Easy Pieces, use these scenes as backdrops for their most raw, human moments. Because in the middle of the night, when the rest of the world is asleep, the diner's still there. Cultural significance. Diners hold a special place in American culture, serving as social hubs that bring together diverse communities. These establishments are often melting pots where people from all walks of life gather to share a meal, swap stories, and connect over common experiences. Whether it's a bustling city diner or a quaint roadside spot, the atmosphere is typically warm and inviting, fostering a sense of belonging. Diners have become places where friendships are formed, ideas are exchanged, and cultural differences are celebrated, making them integral to the social fabric of American society. The representation of diners in films and literature further underscores their cultural significance. Movies like American Graffiti capture the essence of diner culture, showcasing the vibrant social scene of the 1960s. In this classic film, the diner serves as a backdrop for youthful adventures, romantic encounters, and the bittersweet passage of time. Such portrayals highlight how diners are not just places to eat, but also settings for pivotal moments in life, reflecting the hopes and dreams of a generation. Nostalgia is another powerful aspect of diners, as they often evoke fond memories tied to family traditions. Many families have their favorite diner where they celebrate milestones, enjoy Sunday breakfasts, or simply gather for a comforting meal. These rituals create lasting bonds and cherished memories, making diners a cornerstone of family life. The familiar sights, sounds, and tastes of a diner can transport individuals back to simpler times, reminding them of shared laughter and love. In essence, diners are more than just eateries. They are cultural landmarks that embody the spirit of community, creativity, and nostalgia. Their impact on American culture and society is profound, as they continue to serve as gathering places where stories are shared, traditions are honored, and connections are made. Through their enduring charm, diners remain a beloved part of the American experience. Road trip memories. As we wrap up our exploration of diners, we invite you to take a moment to reminisce about your own diner experiences during travels. Think back to those spontaneous stops along the road, where the promise of a delicious meal and a warm atmosphere awaited you. Whether it was a late-night pit stop or a leisurely breakfast with family, these moments often become some of the most cherished memories of any road trip. We'd love to hear your favorite diner stories. What's the most memorable meal you've had? Did you meet someone interesting at the counter? Perhaps you have a funny anecdote about a diner experience that still makes you smile. Share your memories in the comments below, and let's celebrate the joy that diners bring to our journeys together. If you're looking for inspiration for your next adventure, consider hitting the famous road trip routes known for their iconic diners. Route 66, often referred to as the Main Street of America, is lined with classic diners that have become landmarks in their own right. From the historic Blue Whale of Catoosa to the charming Midpoint Cafe, each stop along this legendary highway offers a taste of Americana that's hard to resist. Planning future diner visits can add an exciting dimension to your travel adventures. Imagine mapping out a route that includes stops at beloved diners where you can savor local specialties and soak in the unique atmosphere. Whether you're traveling solo, with friends, or with family, these experiences can create lasting memories and deepen your appreciation for the culture of diners. So as you embark on your next road trip, don't forget to include a few diner stops along the way. Embrace the nostalgia, indulge in comfort food, and create new memories that you'll cherish for years to come. Happy travels, and we can't wait to hear about your diner adventures. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to our channel, liking the video, and sharing it with friends who appreciate the nostalgia of roadside diners. Don't forget to explore our related content, where we dive deeper into the stories and experiences, where we make videos for you on everything that made your youth such a cherished part of American life. Thank you for joining us on this delightful journey, and we look forward to sharing more adventures with you soon.